Welcome to episode 10 of Police News TV for the first week of April 2012. No kidding. I'm your host, Paul Balmer. Coming up, officer shot in the face, witnesses do nothing. Man shot after NCAA game, dozens arrested. Idaho police removed dynamite from a house. The Easter Bunny is a cop. These and more police news stories and everyone's favorite dumb criminal segment. So kick back, stay tuned, and keep watching for an informative and entertaining 15 minutes of your life. Police News TV, your TV news source for national law enforcement news by cops, for cops. Here we go. Another shooting rampage at a university, Oakland, California. On April 2nd, Won Go, a 43-year-old native of South Korea, nursing student at Oikos University, began a shooting rampage that left 3 wounded and 7 people dead. Oakland police say that the suspect had recently been kicked out of the university because of his apparent inability to curtail his own anger. Gee, you think? Although Ellen Cervellin, the administrator, believes she was the target of the attack, claims that Go was not expelled but left the university on his own accord. The active shooter took a receptionist hostage, then entered into an occupied classroom. He lined up 7 victims against the wall and shot them one at a time, execution style, using a .45 caliber handgun believed to have been purchased legally in February. The suspect fled the scene by commandeering one of his victims' cars. He went to a nearby grocery store where he walked in and said, "I just shot some people." He also called his dad, who arranged for his son to surrender to police without incident. Go's been charged with 7 counts of murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. Officer shot in the face, witnesses do nothing. East St. Louis, Illinois. Early last month, Officer Michael Baxton Jr., 26, was attempting to arrest a suspect in a housing complex. Shown here in this recently released video surveillance tape, the officer tries to arrest the suspect and they begin to struggle. The suspect is able to break free and then shoots the officer directly in the face. As you can further see, several neighborhood residents are nearby as this occurs. And what do? Nothing. Even when the shooters fled the scene, not a soul renders aid to the officer, or even so much as calls for help. Somehow, the officer is able to get to his patrol car and radio for help. Fellow officers and SWAT members respond to this officer down call, and the suspect was later captured. Incredible. When asked why she had done nothing, one bystander said, well, she didn't know the suspect and feared possible retaliation from his family. Now, we police officers put our lives on the line every day for people we don't even know, and this is the thanks Officer Baxton gets? This time, this officer was lucky. Baxton family says that although he may need additional surgeries, he is recovering well. Dozens arrested and man shot after basketball game. Lexington, Kentucky. Last week, the NCAA held its championship game between Kentucky and Kansas. Minutes after the Wildcats won the game, tens of thousands of fans filled the city streets as police and fire crews tried to control the crowds. Oh, you Wildcat fans. A fire engine crew reported that an unknown male had shot another male about 25 feet away from the celebration in the streets. LPD reported the lone shooter then slipped away into the crowds of thousands and is yet to be identified. The shooting victim suffered serious injuries that weren't believed to be life-threatening, although his foot did have to be amputated. Additionally, Lexington PD arrested several dozens of people and issued numerous tickets for alcohol-related offenses. There was heavy multi-jurisdictional police presence in the city in preparation for this event. Otherwise, things could have been much worse. Mass shooting in Mississippi restaurant, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Early in the afternoon of April 2nd, Scott Tyner walked into a local Cuco's restaurant and just began shooting at people. Police reported that without any prior confrontation or disagreement, the lone shooter just began shooting, wounding 5 people. Because of the quick response of police units to the active scene, the 44-year-old shooter was quickly captured just outside the location as he was trying to flee the area. It's still unknown what motivation the suspect had to go on to this shooting spree. Tyner has a history of speaking out on various political issues, including a former police chief's handling of the department in 2005, gun control, and being a 9/11 truther who believes that the World Trade Center attacks were caused by a domestic conspiracy. Campus police pepper spray student protesters, Santa Monica, California. Monica college students, angry over a plan to offer higher-priced courses, tried to push their way into a trustees meeting on April 3rd. The group of about 100 student demonstrators were chanting, let us in," and "No cuts, no fees, education should be free." Well, the college had set up an annex meeting room with audio and video links to handle the overflow crowd, but the angry protesters demanded to enter the already full original meeting location. The crowd apparently backed two officers against a wall as they began using force to keep student demonstrators out of the room. Officers used pepper spray on about 30 protesters who were treated for the exposure. Santa Monica police were called to secure the perimeter of the building, and they are investigating when and by whom the pepper spray was used. We will have the full, uncut video of the entire incident on our website. This way you can see the real version of what happened, unlike what some other media outlets are reporting. Look for this episode's show notes of Police News TV number 10. Idaho police removed dynamite from a home. Twin Falls, Idaho. On April 3rd, the Twin Falls Police Department bomb squad were called to a private residence to remove 6 sticks of dynamite and 21 blasting caps after the homeowners found the explosives in the basement. Police evacuated all the people from nearby homes and barricaded streets as the PD bomb squad removed the explosives. A remote bomb disposal robot was used in this potentially dangerous incident. The dynamite was found to be about 25 years old, which made it more volatile. However, the explosives were able to be removed and detonated at a safe location without incident. Good job to the bomb squad. You gotta love those guys. Chicago cop returns home after being shot. In our show a couple of weeks ago, episode number 8, we told you about a highly decorated veteran Chicago police officer who was shot just above his vest on March 19th. Well, we here at Police News TV are very happy to report that Officer Del Pearson was released from the hospital on March 29th as 24 of his brother and sister cops saluted him as he exited. Now that's cool. The assailant's bullet severed a major artery, and the officer lost about 3/4 of his blood. The bullet does remain lodged in his spine, but the officer will have an operation to have it removed. His surgeon said that Del Pearson is expected to make a full recovery, although it will be months before he can return to work. We'll continue to keep Officer Del Pearson in our prayers. Here comes Peter Cop in tail. All right, who wrote this? West Palm Beach, Florida. This is the Easter holiday week. West Palm Beach police have come up with a creative way to enforce their click it or ticket seatbelt campaign by putting some unfortunate officer in an Easter bunny costume on the median of a busy street. I sure hope it was a rookie. The undercover badge bunny was holding a big sign saying, "Have a safe, happy holiday. Buckle up." Many amused drivers smiled and waved at the bunny. One motorist even tried to give him $20, thinking he was homeless. But this was no holiday joke. You see, other uniformed officers were waiting around the corner as the rascally rabbit notified them of seatbelt violations he observed. The agency reports that officers cited 50 drivers with tickets for violations during the 2-hour Operation Hippity Hop. I wonder if the cops handed out Easter peeps with the tickets just to sweeten the experience. Oh well, happy Easter, everyone. In our weekly segment featuring a worthy cause for law enforcement, Officer World Expo, free to attend at Police Week 2012, Washington, D.C. This year on May 13th and 14th, a unique partnership among the National Sheriff's Association and Law Enforcement Technology, Law Enforcement Product News magazines, and Officer.com will provide free top-notch education. The cutting-edge seminars and vendor exposition provide you with new ideas, solutions, and mission-critical information to help you perform your job better and come home safely. The seminars are Officer Down Rescue Training, Ambush, Counter-Ambush Tactics, Leadership in the Field. This is a $199 value for which the sponsors are paying in order to give you a complimentary ticket to this outstanding event. You should register before the expo so you can reserve your free seat. This should be a very popular event and free seats may go fast, so please go to officerworldexpo.com to register and for more information on the event. Also, let's support Law Enforcement Technology, Law Enforcement Product News magazines, and Officer.com because they are being so generous in making this event free to members of our police community. Now for the Dumb Criminal segment. Karaoke in the back of a police cruiser. Edson, Alberta, Canada. Last November, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, our friends to the north, had a cruiser dashcam that captured the drunken rendition of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody by Robert Wilkinson, 29, an unemployed homebrewer and karaoke singer, who belted out the classic after claiming not to be sort of intoxicated. Even better, for some reason, Wilkinson was not handcuffed, which freed him to play the air guitar and drum on the cruiser as well. Wednesday, the video, which RCMP gave Wilkinson after it was used during his court case, went viral after Wilkinson posted it on YouTube to amuse his friends. You think the officer driving the car should maybe file a lawsuit against Wilkinson due to hearing damage or mental anguish? Anyway, we posted the full video on PoliceNewsTV, Facebook, Google Plus pages, and Twitter feed this past week. Now you need to like us, follow us, or add us to your Google Plus circle. This way you can always be kept up to date on breaking and sometimes funny national police-related news.
You just gotta get out! Just gotta get right out of here!
Police called to sex shop for handcuff key. Orange, Connecticut. On March 29th, local police received a call for assistance from the owner of an area sex shop. A male customer at the sex toy shop had in some way been sampling the quality of sex handcuffs prior to purchase. Well, numbnuts handcuffed himself. Store employees were unable to get their customer out of the cuffs, so they called Orange PD. Now, wouldn't you like to get this call? The responding officers tried several different department-issued handcuff keys to no avail. How many different kinds of handcuff keys are there? Finally, the fire department responded to the scene to cut off the cuffs with bolt cutters. I sure hope these weren't fuzzy pink plastic cuffs that I once saw, or a friend once saw at one of those shops. We regret to inform you that on March 31st, Charles City County, Virginia Sheriff's Deputy Michael C. Walzer was killed in the line of duty. Deputy Walzer was killed in a motor vehicle accident responding to back up a fellow deputy on a traffic stop. His patrol car lost control and ran off the side of the road, hitting a tree. Even though he was wearing a seatbelt, Walzer suffered fatal injuries and died at the scene. Deputy Walzer had served with Charles City County Sheriff's Office for 6 years and has served in law enforcement for 11 years. He leaves behind his wife and 4 children. He was 36 years old. Unfortunately, he's the 25th officer this year to die in the line of duty. We want to remind all our viewers that National Police Week 2012, held in Washington, D.C., is only 5 weeks away. It's from Saturday, May 12th through Tuesday, May 15th. All of us here at Police News TV have attended this touching memorial several times through the years. We feel, like anyone who's gone, I'm sure, that every cop should attend this annual event at least once in his or her career in order to pay respects to our fallen comrades and to have an experience that you just can't put into words. If you can't attend, Officer.com will, for the 4th year in a row, be broadcasting the Candlelight Vigil, Sunday, May 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Officer.com does this at no cost as a service to our community. You need to register for this live streaming internet video of the ceremony, so go to Officer.com to do so. We'll also have direct links from Police News TV homepage to all the information about Police Week 2012 and the various events and video feeds provided by other sites. We here at Police News TV would like to thank you for watching. Police News TV is a show by cops for cops. We're working hard to bring you, our fellow law enforcement officers, a quality, entertaining, and informative weekly broadcast. A new one comes out every Friday. Please share PNTV on your Facebook page to help us get the word out. Simply click the share button as seen here. See there? To create a linked post on your Facebook page. You can post it on yours and your friends' walls too. Please help us. Getting the word out right now is critical. Now, if you want to submit a story from your agency or your area, you can email us at contact@policenewstv.com or call us at 727-437-2207. Send us what you got. We also value your input. This show is dedicated to Charles City County Sheriff's Deputy Michael C. Walzer. Please keep him and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Until next time, to all of our brothers and sisters in blue out there, stay safe, look out for each other, and see you next Friday on Police News TV, where we've got you covered.
All right, that's it. Let's roll. And hey! Let's be careful out there.